It's a busy Sunday here at La Mesa First. We have our Christmas marketplace, which used to be Alternative Christmas. Let me take you inside and show you what's going on. We have a variety of different ministries that we're offering that allow people to donate or purchase items that help make your gift giving give back. It's an alternative to the traditional way of shopping at the mall or in the store. It makes a difference in the world. So every December, we have the Christmas Marketplace, an opportunity to learn about the ministries of this church and participate and donate. It's a great way to bring all of the ministries together and celebrate what we do, Christ's light in the world. I hope to have you could join us next year.
Hi, my name is Alberto Melchor. I'm the program manager at Safe Harbors Network. So what I have here is a table of information of our program, Safe Harbors Network. In partnership with the Christ Ministry Center, we have a housing program for asylum seekers and refugees that's been happening since, at least since 2015. So we are currently housing about 90 individuals over several sites within the county and one outside of the county. And we provide temporary housing to asylum seekers and their families. We prioritize families with children and pregnant women.
Where can we find you? Or do you have any website? Or?
Yeah, so we do have a website, safeharbors.net. There is also information about Safe Harbors Network at the Christ Ministry Center, which is the center, the physical center where several different programs are being run out of. That's in Normal Heights in San Diego, California. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is about Fresh Start here at La Mesa First United Methodist Church. A service has been operating for 15 years or more as far as I know, and it's something that serves 60 or more people once a month on Saturday mornings, giving them a full breakfast, clothing, showers, access to services including health care and others through the county, fresh hygiene products, fresh underwear, whatever they need, we try to offer. The main thing is, I want anyone watching this to think of what it would be like if you did not have a safe and stable place to live. What would you need? What would you want? Say you didn't have enough, you maybe didn't have a place to live, but you barely had enough money for food. We offer once a month food, clothing, and probably the most important part is a safe and caring place for our neighbors, our people without homes, to visit with one another and for us to visit with them, to hear their stories about their needs, their wants, where they came from and where they want to go. So I want to encourage anyone to drop in. We're usually on the fourth or last Saturday of every month here at the church, starting about 9 o'clock. Come by and just visit. We always appreciate volunteers to serve and do other things around the area, but also we would appreciate a cash donation too, or your gently used clothing, new toiletries, or anything is going to be needed by, or just again, think of what you would need if you did not have your home, your salary, and your resources. This is what God wants us to do here at La Mesa First. Please join us. Thank you so much.
Marketable goods from the Guatemala Project And the proceeds from these items go back to help with projects, mission projects that we do twice a year in Guatemala, working with the local people to accomplish projects, kind of a joint venture between the Guatemalans and us. For example, the wood efficiency stoves, installing them in the Mayan community. And also there's school visits and other projects that the Guatemala people need for their community. And so we're happy to bring the marketable goods for people to shop up here, and then we help the people in Guatemala. Hello, Ruby. Hello there.
It's really.
So my name is Kelly Dement, and I'm here representing the Guatemala Project, and our family was lucky enough to be able to travel to Guatemala this summer to build stoves for people. And so what we are doing is selling projects, or we're selling products that we bought in Guatemala, and I made note cards out of pictures that we took in Guatemala and am selling them to give back to the project. So beautiful images from Chichicastenango and Panajachel, and so there you have it. All right. Okay. There you go.
So I'm Mari Carmen. I help the Guatemala Project, and today we are displaying many of the crafts made by our native Guatemalans that we bring every year. We have a variety of items. We start from jewelry items on this side. They have mainly specialized on glass beads. We have items also that are made out of textiles, and some wood items as well. But then after jewelry, we have a table that displays items that are really high-end, handmade, just to show you the detail that comes in the work made by them. Requires a lot of high skill in putting these items together, whereas others, they're just simple textiles that could be sewn. Just as an example, the ladies over there, they learn how to use the sewing machines, and they come up with these items. We have materials also that are used for home, such as backpacks and pillows. Over here we have purses. Then we also have the line of clothing for gentlemen and children. We have some items for ladies as well. So you can always find lots of great examples and ideas for Christmas gifts. We started a table now that has a line of gift cards. These are scenes from different locations in town, so you can see more or less what it is like in Guatemala. And then at the end we have always a section for even little babies and children with some more toy collections. So come enjoy, stop by our table and see if you can find a nice Christmas treasure hunt. Thank you.
Okay, so when my granddaughter was 16 months old, she developed type 1 diabetes. She had an immune problem. So I thought, what can I do to help that process so they can find a cure? So I started making jewelry and selling it, and the money goes to juvenile diabetes research. And then I got the kids involved, and they painted pots and put in French lavender, and I told them the whole time they're so lucky to have all their health and everything because they're helping out finding for my granddaughter, Kendall Brooks. She's graduated from college, she has her own landscaping business, everything's fine. But she does still have to do 4 tests, 4 shots every single day until they find a cure. So anyway, that's my contribution to society for this. I know. Sure.
And
sure.
So you're interested in Ground Up Coffee? Ground Up Coffee is run by the San Diego, I believe it's Youth Services Association. and they are working with young people, many of whom have aged out of the foster care system. And so they still need support and they need job skills. So they're offering a coffee shop here in our space on Wednesdays from 9 to 1. And they're training young people to be baristas. And as you know, the market around here, there's lots of coffee shops that need baristas. Our pastor has also reached out to people in the community who have coffee shops, and they've already said they would be happy to employ the young people that are getting training once they're trained. So we think it's a very nice community activity. It's a win-win for our community. It's a win-win for the young people that are learning, and it's a way for us to use this wonderful resource of our kitchen.
She's gonna make me laugh.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Do I say my name? Do I? Hi, my name is Cindy Alba and I work for Calexico Neighborhood House. I'm actually the director for the Neighborhood House. The Neighborhood House is an organization for the United Women of Faith, and it started in 1938. And we're actually a border city from Mexicali. We're 130 miles east from La Mesa, and we have services. We have a shelter for women and children. The women could stay up to 18 months, and we're actually housing a lot of asylum women and children that are coming from Venezuela and from the South America. And we have a preschool for children 3 to 5 years old. We do special events for the people, for the community. We're actually right now signing up children for the toys. We give them for low-income families. Maybe that's the only toy they're gonna get this year, so we provide that toy for the parents and for the children. We have emergency services, so that means we help people pay their utilities, their light, their water, their rent, and if they're moving in on their first, just moving in. We actually also help them do the micro business, how to start their own business. We do the cottage program where they could cook out of their home and they could certify their kitchen and they could start their own business. Some ladies started doing their tamales, their tortillas, their flour tortillas, and they start their own business, and that's what we help. We actually, this Saturday, we had the Christmas festival where we actually participate after the parade. We have a festival at the park, and we have 31 booths, and actually people sell their meals there, their food there, and they sell other stuff, and it's actually to generate money for them so they could have for Christmas or whatever they need to do. So then they start their little micro business there. That's how they start. Like I mentioned, we have a shelter for women and children, and we're actually having an apartment for the men because we don't have a shelter for the asylum men coming in. So we're designing an apartment for them. Usually they only stay 2 to 3 days, but lately these asylums are coming from Venezuela, and they're coming without having nobody to sponsor them, to house them, and they're actually staying a little bit longer. Some have stayed like a month or a month and a half. I don't know. I'll edit. Well, I forgot to mention the thrift store. We have actually a thrift store where we get stuff donated, and if people need a furniture, clothing, we give them to them free. And we're going to start a cooling center too for the homeless. The cooling center is going to start December the 15th, and it's going to end on February the 1st. We actually have a cooling center. We're going to start a cooling center December the 15th for the homeless people, and we're going to end February the 1st. Not a cooling center, it's a winter shelter. It's not a cooling center, it's a winter shelter. We did the cooling center in the summer.